Alright, so this story is called Stuck in the Middle. It's basically about how I was stuck in the middle of a physical altercation that I had nothing to do with. Alright, so a little bit of backstory or like prerequisite to give context to the situation. So, this day, it was like a really basic day. This was when we had to give this girl an alias. What we gonna call her? Bubbles. Yeah, we're gonna call her Bubbles today. Alright, so Bubbles, she went to Clark Central and she knew who like majority of everybody was. She was one of those really social people, and she lived in my neighborhood as well. She always rode my bus. Now, this particular day when she got on the bus, I got on the bus before her. Like, I was like 2 stops in front of her. So it took us about 10 minutes to get to her bus stop. So when we got to her bus stop, she got on the bus. She didn't have no book bag. She had her Crocs on sports mode. All she had was a pink hoodie on. And I was like, oh. See, I already knew what was finna go down. I already knew what was finna happen. Like, you just know. And then I heard her. She usually sits towards like the back of the bus because that's where most of her friends sit. And she was just like, oh, I ain't gonna waste no time. I'm gonna get straight to it. I already told her 8:35. 8:35 is when like we start dismissing and going to class. So she was like, oh, I already told her 8:35. I don't know why she rushed me to get there. So when I heard when she was referring to somebody else, I was like, she must be finna fight. So being the person I am, I'm designated cameraman in any sort of like physical altercation situation. Now look, listen, if anything ever were to happen and I'm in close proximity, call me, okay? So we get to the school at around 8:20. As soon as that bell rung to transition to class, I see her go up the little hill. Y'all know the little hill that you go up to when you get ready to come up from the cafeteria. Yeah. She was on a mission, and now knowing me, I already had my phone out ready to record, so I was literally a few steps behind Bubbles. Now, when she was walking up, approaching the girl finna fight, 2 of my friends were just standing there in the middle of the hallway, and they were just like kind of standing in the direction that Bubbles was walking towards. And I recorded, so they was in the way of the camera footage. So I was just like, move. And then my friend was like, girl, what the hell? And then my other friend was like, girl, why the everybody pushing? And then there was somebody in the background who was like, oh, they finna fight. No, I'm talking about I recorded everything start to finish. Bubbles was approaching the girl. Bubbles would go up to her. She grabbed her by the head and like yank her back. She literally yeeted her from where she was standing. Didn't even really give her no time, no chance to like run up on her, nothing to really propel herself. Cause the girl was kind of shook when she got yeeted for real. I told you I was literally a few steps behind Bubbles. And when Bubbles pulled the girl back, Bubbles stepped back too. And Bubbles ended up like stepping on me a little bit. And I ended up falling. We all had hit the floor. We tumbled like some dominoes, to be for real. I got up. I dusted myself off because, a cameraman, I'm still recording. I gotta get accurate footage. So they find they going at it. Bubbles get on top of the girl. So they make it. Now, mind you, the girl Bubbles was fighting, she had like sisters. 2 of her sisters was there, and like the rest of the group of her friends. So they ended up jumping in, and they ended up jumping Bubbles. Now, when Bubbles was getting jumped, she was trying to defend herself from the girl she was fighting and the friends who had jumped in to fight her. When they had first hit the floor, Bubbles had ended up getting stripped out her pink hoodie. And when she had on her pink hoodie, she had on like this brown tank top and this like spaghetti strap sports bra. And they was fighting, and Bubbles ended up like having a nip slip, and that was like really embarrassing. So that's the main reason why I'm not showing the video recording, because that's like embarrassing for her. I don't want to do her like that, but I will insert the audio recording though. They fighting, they going at it, and then the fight was kind of sort of coming to a conclusion. Everybody started like breaking people up and stuff like that, separating people. But I left when I heard that security blow that whistle. I was gone. Like I ain't never been there. You won't go see me. And I just went to my first period class like nothing ain't happened. And I was on time too. I really just think that if this were to happen at a private school, it would have been a lot more dramatic, but this is kind of like a norm for public schools. So, baby, one thing about it, this ain't private school. Thank you. Oh, and here's the audio recording of the fight for y'all nosy folks.